So excuse me, I had to go and see what that noise was. Can't be eating sweets and talking. Well, right, so I've enjoyed my growth of my hair, and I started it. So if you're interested to do your hair and you don't really want to spend all that money that Sister Locks is actually asking for hair for this to be done, go to Nigeria, go to Ghana, go to Gambia, or somewhere else that you know on the continent that you can get it done much cheaper. Because what did I have? I think I had about 4 girls in my hair. I normally don't have so many people in my head. I think it was about 5 people was in my head at one time. I had to kind of say, oh, my head is going all over the place. Can I just have 2 at, you know, because I wanted each of the locks to look the same. You got so much hands in your head. Some of them are just thinking, oh, I want this thing to finish. So they start taking bigger chunks, and then you'll find that over here I've got more hair than over here, or I've got more hair here than here. You understand? Because they've taken bigger partings, because they start to get, because the hands are different, isn't it? Some hands are thinner, skinnier, and some are thicker. So they take in different amounts of hair. Where if you have 1 hand or 2 hand doing the hair, it's consistent, it's the same, both sides. Or one person just doing your whole head one time, like me doing my daughter's hair, where there's not 3 and 4 people in the hair. There's only me doing it, so it's the same size, and I will count. If I'm doing 1/2 of her head, I'm going to count all that so that I know. And really, when you're dividing it and you're doing it in 4s or 6s, you know how much is in each section, so you know how much you're supposed to end up with at the end of the hair. But when you've got so many people in the hair, as I just said, the sums ain't gonna add up. It's not gonna add up. You're gonna find that you've got more hair one side, you know, you're heavy one side and lighter, you know. And I found that with this. But I mean, this is like, well, how many times can I say I've done my hair? I did my hair one time before I went to Baltimore. I pulled that one out. I did my hair again with Morris Roots. I kept that there. So that was the one I had in for 17 years, yeah? And then after the 17 years, I had it done again by a young lady. She never did too bad, actually. It's because I had no patience to keep that. If I did, my hair would have been now 6 years old. Had I kept her locks, I would have been 6 years. Yeah, I would have been 6 years locked with her now if I kept her, right? So I ended up pulling that out, and the reason why I pulled that out was it was uneven. It was like I had thick, big parts, big locks, thin locks. So one side was bigger, the other side was much thinner. Then I took out the section of the front hair and I did it all very, very thin, just to see how my hair would look, how my scalp would look as doing micro sister knotted lock. Yeah, even though I didn't do the knot, but it was very micro. So I did this big it was quite a big section now, and I'm now gonna pull out all this hair, so this has got to come out too. So once I tackled her one, now I had to start on the section that I did myself and pull that out. So I think I wore my hair natural for about 7, wasn't even that long, it was about 7 months, maybe 7 months. I wore my hair, I went back to wearing some weaves. Not weaves, I actually bought some clip-on hair that you clipped on. I think I did buy a small, nice, dainty wig. And then I thought, nah, you're going back on yourself. You shouldn't be wearing these devilish things. You should just go natural. That's what you started off with. So I had to go back. So I said, all right, I did 1 and 2 plaits, single plaits, and that was heavy. Everything hurt. Everything was tight. My head felt cold, and I just felt, okay, you know what? Once I go back to any one of the African countries, I'm gonna do. I went to Gambia first, and a girl said, "Oh, I'd love to do your hair," and it just so happened that next year she died. She passed. But so when I said, oh, when I go to Gambia, Ghana now, I will see if there's anybody that can do it. Because I was kind of considering to go to Nigeria and maybe get it done in Nigeria. But then I thought, you know what? Since you're going to Ghana, look up somebody over there. There must be hairdressers over there what does sister locks. And to my surprise, where I was staying, the girl took me to a few hairdressers. One of them was like a man. He said he was the one who told us where to go. He actually took us. So he took us to left us at that hair shop. And then we just waited till the lady come because she wasn't actually there yet. And then she started the locks. So I had to come back not the next day because she had someone's hair that she was doing sister locks. So I had to come back the following, which would have been the Friday. So I started my hair the Wednesday. So the Thursday she had an appointment. So I came back the Friday to finish it. And in my pictures, you're going to see where it was really, really gappy. It was really, really gappy and very, very thin, yeah? But because I know the hair would swell. Once it starts to lock, it's going to look different. If I never had locks before and seen how my hair was gappy and looked when it finished, I think I would have said, oh no, this is not for me, yeah? Because I wouldn't have understood that the hair is going to change, yeah? I think that can be quite frightening for people that don't know nothing about locks, and then they do their hair and they think, oh no, I don't want my hair looking like this is crazy, you understand? So because it did look crazy, it looked gappy, it looked terrible. For anybody looking at my hair for the first time and seeing my hair, they're thinking, is she really going to walk around with her hair looking like her bum is her bum showing? Because that's basically what it did look like. So, but I just sort of just said, you know what, it's going to do what it needs to do. When it starts to get rough and starts to mangle, it's going to fill in, yeah? And then if you put the right greases in, you start to use your castor oils mixed up with now the patana oil. I mean, I tried a few products, and but I was mixing the castor oil for a long time, so I think the castor oil actually has some hand in this as well. It's not retaining really just all the patana oil. Oh, this I'm showing you the people's label. It's not even them. Sorry, this is the bottles that I showed you earlier in the other video. That's what's in here. It's not this label. I need to take it off so that you don't accidentally see it and think that, okay, that's where she got it from. No, it's not them. Even though I did like how they did smell the first time, but it was only, yeah, I did like the way this. I thought this was the real McCoy when I got this one. I was like, yeah, this is the real McCoy. But it wasn't this. It was the one that was burnt was the real McCoy as well. But they're all kind of based off the one that I showed you because they're all similar. And they smell similar. The only thing with the one that's burnt, it looked like the coffee. When they mixed the coffee in it, it burnt. And they never had any more to do to put, so they put the burnt one at the bottom and they put the real thing on top of it to disguise. But that's bad business because I'm not buying again from you. They lost my sale from that. From I'm seeing the burn bit that you couldn't be bothered to even let me wait to say, okay, you know what, we've run out. Instead of me sending me the burn bit, you say we've run out. I'm ordering some. I'm waiting for the batch to come. You'll get it on the next batch. I'm sorry for the delay. If you can't wait, we'll refund you. Simple, yeah. And if I decided that, okay, I'll wait, and I would have waited. You understand? Because you understand, if you're gonna tell me, you're gonna honestly tell me, say, okay, we've run out. We got another batch coming. I would have waited. You didn't have to just fill me up with some burnt bits and cover it with the real thing and send it on to me like Yeah, what the hell? No, that's not how you do business. So that's how you lost me. You understand? And all the rest of the people then that bought at the same time as me with that batch, you lost them too. And that's why so many people are reluctant to buy Patana oil now, because they don't know if they're buying the real thing, because of too much. There's too much games playing with this. Everyone's trying to get the coffee smell and putting coffee in it and putting it on the fire and burning it up and sending it on to people. That's not the way you do business. But do you know what? You're going to say, who's me to say? So you know what? I'll stay out of it, yeah? I got my batch for my lady. Yeah, I might have paid 100 and odd, but she sent me a kilo and I'm happy with it, yeah? So, and I think it's doing something to my head, because this bit, my gaps was much bigger than this, and it's like hair's growing in it, so something must be happening. Anyway, guys, we're not going to make this video too long. Thanks for watching. Coming back to Ghana knotted locks. Yes, so I'm happy with my hair. You can see the changes in my hair from when I first started. You can see the length, the growth that's happening from when I first started my locks, my journey. Well, not first, because this is about the third or fourth time I've locked my hair, but this is the very first time I've done knotted micro locks and had it done in Ghana. Yeah, so yes, it will be the first time. Yes, not the first time in locks altogether, but it's the first time of doing this thin knotted Ghana knotted locks. So yes, family, thank you for coming back and watching, and I hope you have a bliss day, evening, night, wherever you are across the world. And yeah, we'll catch up by the grace of the Most High. So yes, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.